How fucking bright is it in here? Why is it gray? All right, kill the lights. Turn this one on. Doot. Jesus. Oh, probably shouldn't put it right over the camera. Do. What is up, homies? And homettes, if there's any homettes in here. Normally there's not. So check this. This cracks me up. Okay, so I had to order some metal because I want to know. There's this debate about whether like discoloring and etching. What's up, John? Metal are the same thing, and my thought is, I think when people say they want to etch metal, they really just want to mark it. Oh, Matt, sweet. So let me show you what I mean. So I've always been told that you cannot, and this is an accurate statement. You can't etch metal with anything less than a fiber laser. What's up, Grady? Just power-wise, it doesn't etch. So I screwed around the other day, and I did this on the saw blade. I don't know. You guys can kind of see that, right? It's like it's a little Ravenclaw thing. But like see how it's like clean around there? I went after it with lacquer thinner to see if I could get it off, because I was like, well, if I'm just coating like the plastic coating or whatever. What's up, Scott? Then that's nothing. But I can't get that to come off. So is it etched? No, like it's not. Sure thing, Corey. Like there's no material that's taken away, but I think there's some confusion on what people want to do with this thing, right? Because this isn't coming off. I don't care if it is indented in there. Maybe some people do, yeah. So I ordered some metal because I don't know what this is made out of. Like the whole thing's worn off. No, I didn't even think about it, looking at the fine print, but I wasn't sure what kind of metal this was made out of. Because some of them were carbide tipped, and I don't know if it's a combination of metal, whatever. So I ordered some metal online, and the thing that gets you about ordering metal online is shipping, because it's heavy. So my order was like $22, and it was like $18 in shipping. So the things I do for you guys, the things that I do to write off of my taxes. So we have here, I actually ordered, oh shit, they sent me an extra one. Suckers. I have here my knife. This is my kid saw this at the hat. He said he saw it. We were at Walgreens or something. He saw it and he's like, "Daddy, I have to have that." So I was going to wear the one that had snowman on it, but I figured this one was fun. So okay, so they accidentally sent me, I think, 2 pieces of copper. I only ordered one. I have brass, copper, and I think, let's see, brass, copper, and stainless steel. So I ordered, I don't know why they sent me 2. All right. So I ordered, where's the rest of my order? I don't know where the rest of my order is. I ordered 5 kinds of metal, and I got 3. So, I mean, I guess the other ones are on the way. I don't know. So today, I guess, I didn't know these were going to come in. So I have this thing set up for rotary, but I guess we're going to find out if we can, I guess, mark on metal, right? Because that's what everybody wants to do these days. Kids, like, at least. And the fun thing is going to be this laser is not just trying to. I've been trying to do like really tight stuff yet. Oh, we're gonna find out, man. But let's talk about what we've been playing with. What the hell is that? because I know this is just metal with no coating, right? I hope. Metal doesn't always come with coating on it, does it? But let's talk about what we're doing or what's. So I have a couple of videos that are going to come out. I have like 5 videos in the can, or 4.5, that I'm going to be editing like mad, so I can just have them drop like bombs the rest of the year, and I can take some time off. But so one of them is just doing an etching tumbler video. So check that out. Likey, little dragon, little tiger, little yin yang in the background. It's so spiritual. And then the other thing that I'm really stoked about is I recently learned that you can etch on glass. And so I wanted to get like kind of a realistic like skull thing going on. Check this out. I don't know how well you can see that because of the glare, but that's awesome. And that's like on there. Very cool. So I was planning on having that going on. What's up, Gato? Speaking of, one second. I have to say something a little shouty. My buddy Chris sent me a bottle of booze because he's that kind of friend. I just haven't talked to him in a while, so it's kind of weird that it showed up. And there's so many packages coming right now that it's getting crazy. Okay, let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. Can that tumbler be anodized to fill out the etched metal in a different color? Can the tumbler be anodized? Oh, like the metal underneath, or are you trying to anodize it with the laser? What's up, Todd? Yeah, so what I want to try to find is the only thing that sucks about doing an etch like this. Let me grab. I have something in the dishwasher. I want to see if the etch would hold up to the dishwasher. So let me go grab the one out of the dishwasher. I'll show you that one, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So. So it's hot. Apparently it was still in the drying cycle. But so I did this, and like you could really see that because it's a solid deal, right? But I want to have like cooler, like, let me see if I can get something. The problem is there's something etched on the other side of the glass. There was like a mess up, and so I don't have something real good to put in the background. Let's try this. See if this works. How about that? So, what's up, Tony? So my thought is I'm gonna look and see if I can find some like smoked rocks glasses and see if we can see if like an image like this will show up better on there. Let's see. To add another color to the bare metal. Let's see, PJ. Anodize. So, PJ, so are you trying to anodize it with the laser? I don't understand. Yeah, absolutely, Pierre. Okay, so what do we want to do, guys? I guess I'll leave it up to you. I have this thing set up to do stuff in the rotary, but do we want to see if we can mark metal, or do we want to do like another something or another? I have a couple pieces. I have these guys that we can etch. So in order to etch on glass with the diode, you have to use a barrier. I'm sorry, I was reading PJ at the same time. A barrier, I guess not a barrier, but a compound on there to allow it to etch. And so I'm using cold galvanizing compound. I heard that this is like one of the better things to use to etch. So no, in an electric bath, I guess. Well, you could do it probably. You'd probably do it in an electric bath. I don't think you're going to change the color with the laser. So you're wanting to like get this to be all funky, right? I guess really what you could do is you probably have to seal it after this, because I think this is a powder coat of some sort. Is it? Is it just coated? What you could do is you could buy the crazy funky colored metal tumbler and then spray paint it, and then, you know, and then etch off. Etch off, man. All right, things give me a headache. Sorry. No more shithead for me. Oh. All right. We tumbling or we etching metal? I think you'd have to do electric bath, dude. If you want to do it, if you want to do something like that. I'm trying to think. Because the inside of this, I'm trying to think what you connect to. Yeah, you could, I mean, the inside is all like that. You will, you shall, PJ. All right, let me grab something. Let me fire up laser box. Gatto, I have some leather. I had a buddy of mine, Ethan Carter. He sent me a bunch of leather scraps to experiment with, and so I thought about doing a lasering on leather video, but I wanted to clickbait it with like my arm under the laser, like, can I laser a tattoo? And then just start the video off with like, no, don't do that. Although I am really curious, like, you know, we used to have guys that brand each other and shit, college. I wonder if you know, put your arm under there, what would happen? Okay, so Tony says metal, so let's check it out. All right, Tony, while I'm adjusting the machine, brass, copper, or stainless? I'm over here tearing. I'm just taking the risers off. Or the razors, as they call them. The razors, man. All right. So, yeah, these just screw off. Screw off, dude. I don't know if you guys haven't seen these. The razors come in 3 sections, and so you can do different sizes and stuff. But I found most of the time when I'm doing like tumblers and stuff like that, I want to be this high anyway. All right, leg. Oh man. Not to lose. Hold, please. Okay. Know exactly how those are in there. The leg that's attached to the machine, sometimes they get loose and it's kind of hard to take these out. You got to hold on to them. Okay. And Tony says copper. Get it? Yeah. Like tattoo level. All right. We get a little spoil piece out here because I am not accurate. And then you said copper, right? Okay. Copper, it is. Put a little piece of copper in here. Now, we'll probably just do like some lettering or something. It's not going to be like super exciting, but we just want to see what we can do, right? Okay. So, let's go down here. This is 1/2 inch. I just want to double check that because I don't trust anybody. Also, I don't know what 1/2 inch is in millimeters. So 1/2 inch is like what? 12.5, 13 millimeters? People that understand metric, what is that? Okay, let's see. Let's type some letters, kids. See what we got. Pen? No. Insert. Text. Let's see, what do we want? I don't want a pen tool. I want text. What are you doing to me? Okay. Dad is red. Okay. We're going to make that. Let's see. What did I just say? Like, let's go 12 millimeters tall. Wow. I'm going to have fun with this, aren't I? Okay. And then let's just go. Let's give her the beans. Oh, wow. We can't. Oh, that's weird. All right. Let's at least change the font. I hate it when they don't show you what the fonts look like. So you have to keep changing it in order to get it to, in order to see it. I'm sorry you guys can't see this, but anytime I point you guys at the screen, bad things happen. All right, whatever. Okay, we're going to go 100% power, like 1 millimeter probably. Interesting. Okay, so let's see. Let's see how this does. We'll get it in there. I'm assuming that's not going to take very long. My guess. So let's get you down there. And hold this. You're wrapped around yourself. Okay, let's make sure that you're going there. Do you see that? I'm not looking. All right. What's up, doggo? The house is busy. Okay, so here we go. Well, let's run a frame on it. Okay. Let's give it the beans, kids. Give it the beans. See what happens. You know, I had this happen earlier too. I think if I leave the software open too long, it kind of like times out. So let's redo it. All right, we're gonna try the same thing again, kids. Here we go. Here we go. Moving fast, like. Hold on. Stop, man. Okay, we're going to leave it at 11, so somebody just told me that that's going to be, and we're going to do, since it's going to be so short the time, let's do 2 hours. So that goes up to, okay, turn frame. I think we moved, didn't we? I thought. Okay. Trying to get that. I'm just lining it up with that one side. That's what we're spoiled over there. Let's give her the beans, baby. What? I swear some of this is just you guys. It's not. I mean, oh, there we go. What? Is it just really going that slow? It is. Shit. That's. Is it moving? Yeah, it's moving. Okay, so one thing I've discovered about the X tool, or not X tool, it's the software, the laser box. What I've discovered is sometimes it's like way off on it. So all like CNCs and lasers and all that stuff is always off a little bit on how much time it's going to take. But the X tool, when it's off, man, it's way off sometimes. Like this thing says it's going to take less than a minute. I can barely see the thing moving. You know, I slowed it down for that reason, but still. Okay, let's see. Thanks, Wood Metal. So I put them out there. Like I said, like if you follow me on Instagram, like I posted something today. I'm like, I feel better now. But when I first put that out, I just I'm all like emotionally raw and you know whatnot. And so I feel vulnerable. Why don't do more of them? 12.7 is okay. I'm really wondering how long this can be. I'm like, it's moving so slow. It's moving so slow. All right, it's starting to fucking blast then. What's up, Trooper? I gotta work on that, man. That's probably me. I'm probably the farthest away from my router in the garage. And I never really did too much about it because I wasn't thinking about doing lives out of the shop, or I figured when I didn't realize they'd be as popular as they are. So I do have an extender, but I bought like a $20 extender. But I'm gonna have to put a mesh in, like a mesh network. What's up, Gerald? Have a nice day. Have a great day. I appreciate that. Hey, Drew. What's happening? So we are currently trying to, we're trying to mark metal. But what are we doing? Brass? What did you say? You said copper, right? On a chop saw? Trooper, what are you trying to do? I mean, do you just want a chop saw, or like, if I was going to buy that kind of saw, I would buy a compound miter saw because you're going to like find a bunch of other uses for it. I'm all good, Drew. I'm tired and I'm been staring at the computer and lasers and all sorts of stuff and trying to get projects done. Basically, what I'm trying to do, and I don't know if it's actually going to happen, is I would like to be. So I have like 4 videos kind of in the canish. I haven't edited them yet, and I have a 5th one that I really have to do. I'll show you that. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. I just don't. I want to throw it out the window, but I have to. I have to do it. Oh, these glasses. Yeah. So these are better laser protection glasses than the ones they send you. Problem is, like, I have a hard time seeing the chat. Like, I can't read so well with them. So normally, what I do is I just kind of put something up over here. I'm looking for a piece of wood or something. Funny, you think I'd be able to find a piece of wood in here. That should work. There we go. And then that way, like, I just don't have direct line of sight, because especially when you're doing metal, you can get, you know. Let's see. Is it the laser one? No, it's not a laser one. Well, see, I have one of those too. What's up, Keith? Okay. Well, I'll show you the project that I don't want to finish. It's just been a pain in the ass after a pain in the ass. So basically, it's a CNC project. I don't know if you can read it, but it says, "Now I have a machine gun." Ho, ho, ho. But it just, it's taken forever. It didn't engrave the way I wanted it to with the CNC. The epoxy is kind of fucked up, which is I had to go in and put, that's paint that I'm trying to like fill the other holes with. And it's just all in all, it's one of those projects that I'd rather go away, but I promised the Jimitsu's people that I would make this video. So, are the sane smart people? Let's see. In the shop, milled oak to make a sword rack. Nice. What kind of sword rack? What kind of shit are you into? Was that the good shit? Giroux, I was hoping to say it was the picture frames. What picture frames? They see choppy to you all. Okay, so Keith, it's probably me. Although the funny thing is, normally I have kind of a like a meter of how bad my reception is, and it looks fairly decent. I am, so Keith, I'm like the furthest away. Oh no! Here, check that out. That video comes out Sunday. So I discovered that you can pop that guard off, which was the problem, right? Like I was afraid the guard was going to hit the edges of it. Well, you can pop that guard off. Check this out. Ooh, it's my dad. If you actually think it's my dad, get out. If you don't know who that is, get out. Yeah. So, okay, and then the other video that I'm struggling with right now, God, it's moving so slow. I have to just like stare at it to see if it's moving, and then all of a sudden, the other video that I have to make, I have an obligation to make it, is Ortur sent me out their rotary for the Ortur. So this is their rotary, which comes completely unassembled. Took me, I don't even know how long, because their instructions were notoriously bad. And then I didn't realize there were set screws in here because there's nothing in the instructions about it. So then once I got it assembled, it wouldn't work. But if I can find it, here is the here's X Tools rotary, and this is how it comes, like out of the box. You can literally just take this out of the box and plug it in and start going. So I made a video saying how easy that was, and then they sent me the rotary for the Ortur, and it took me like 45 minutes to put it together. So I feel bad about putting out a video. I mean, it is a like how to assemble it video, but get the other one. All right. Okay, so I wouldn't have gone. I'm afraid this is gonna. Trying to see if I can see lettering. I'm just worried with like how long this is going to take. That. Well, Gatto, that's my thing, man. I'm like, you can buy this laser is, I think it's almost $600 with the rotary, which is, it's a little bit more than the Ortur, but not much because like those rotaries, are not cheap. So you buy the 5-watt version of this and be up and running in fucking 15 minutes, dude. You could be literally engraving stuff in 15 minutes. If you buy the Ortur and the Ortur's rotary, like an hour. So it's kind of apples and oranges. Now, I will give you this. If you were a tinkery guy or if you are planning on upgrading anything, go with the Ortur because it's modular. This piece, you're not ever going to swap out the laser head or anything. You may replace parts on it if they wear out, but you're probably not going to do anything to it. I've seen people take an Ortur and like extend the rails and make it twice as long. put a new laser on it, you know, all sorts of stuff. I do sticker swaps. You got to DM me on Instagram. Excuse me. And I'm horrible at sending them out, but I do them. Lasers. Keep the cat. What's up, brother? Are they looking for an endorsement or a hornet's nest? Okay, so that's not the worst thing. Do you guys know the new Ortur laser? The one it's like a single arm gantry. So it's supposed to be like a really beginner laser, but it's a smaller footprint. I think it's supposed to be easier to put together, stuff like that. And it's like $300, I think. It's called the Urfur or something. The AUERFO or something. I can never pronounce the things. I'm like, stick with like the extra was like D1. How about that? This is the Laser Master 2 Pro. Nobody wants to say that. Nice. I have to finish my coffee, and I got to drink a full water before I can have a whiskey. I totally forgot where it was. So this another company has contacted me, and they want to send me the little Ortur. And my deal was, I will only do that if you'll let me give one away. So they're going to send me to you. I love this. Like, the negotiation was, okay, well, I want to be able to give one away. And they were like, we can't do that. I'm like, okay, well, then I don't need another laser. So, and then they're like, oh, let's work on this. And I guess they don't want to pay the shipping on to, but they're going to ship it to me. So it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, when that video comes out, which should be sometime in January, I haven't even received the machine or not, but they're, and then I'll do a giveaway, and I'll give away the other unit. And they are like, well, we want you in the video. We want you to compare the small beginner laser that it doesn't have wattage listed, but I can't imagine it's more than 5 watts. I mean, it's a small beginner's laser to the D1. And I'm like, that this is the 10 watt version. Like, this stuff cuts through 6 millimeter pine, or 10 millimeter pine. And they were like, yeah, so we'll see. Like, I'm like, you do realize that, like, ease of setup, like, I really like this device. Like, if you want me to compare the two, it may not come out in your favor. And they're like, well, we want you to do it. And I'm like, okay, I'll try to be nice, but, you're jealous because of the lasers. They're very cool. I didn't know I wanted lasers until somebody offered to send me one. They're obviously a huge pain in the ass. And sometimes they drive me insane. Keith, who? So Ortur runs on anything like Laser Gerbil, Lightburn. Ortur does not have their own proprietary software. The X tool does. So the D1 has its own proprietary software. However, you can also run it with Lightburn. So when I got the X tool and I put it together, it only had its proprietary software. And even when I did the video, I was like, that's one of the downfalls of one of the only downfalls of this laser. And since that time, you can now run it with Lightburn. What I'm trying to do as I take it through all its paces is do everything in their software first. And honestly, their software is okay. It's really bare bones right now. Like, they have, you can go in there and just pick a material and it'll pick your settings for you. But there's only like 5 materials to engrave and like 3 to cut. So as that list grows, their proprietary software it won't be that bad. And it's nice to be able to go into Lightburn if you want to. Wow. 1 minute my ass, dude. I gotta call this man. I'm gonna pop this, and we will come back if we need to. All right. Luckily, we've got 12 inches of this. That's what she said. Okay, so I got nothing. So far, no mark. Tell me, or do you know anybody that knows more about metal than me? Is there like a hardness? Like, what's the hardness of these three? Like, stainless to brass to copper. Brass would be the smushiest. Fucking no. All right, let's try this again. We are gonna go after it. We're gonna go after it the good old fashioned way. We are gonna just which way are you going with that, Mark? Stainless, brass, copper. So out of the three of those, what is the hardest? Or the squishiest? Okay. All right, we are gonna. Stainless is the hardest, really. Okay. All right. I don't know why I'm opening Fusion 360, but we are. Okay, so we're gonna crank the speed up a little bit, and then we'll just do like 5 passes or something, and we'll just let's see. Okay, so that's it. It's gonna be about 4 minutes. Please frame the whole thing. It's weird to me when you do that. I don't, and the funny thing is, Lightburn does it sometimes. Oh shit! Oops. I've been doing so much cylinder work, I accidentally clicked the cylinder thing. Okay. Hey. Just randomly. I'm stuck in Autodesk. Okay. All right. Beans given. Let's try that. Let's see if this thing says about 4 minutes. We'll see if that's legit. Drew, which Ortura? The one that starts with an A? Hey Keith, a lot of CNCs you can put a laser on, like this. The Jimitsu, you can put a laser on that. So Drew, they always are like, hey man, like you've got to do this review within a certain time, but then they don't get me the unit on time. So it should be mid-January. All I'm gonna say, it should be. I hit my deadlines. But yeah, I've had them before. Like, hey, can you get this video out in a week? And they ship me something from China. It takes like 3 weeks to get here. I'm like, well, once received. I've gotten used to that. Like, can you can you do this in a week? I'm like, well, I can do it within a week after I receive it because crazy. Free G coder. Let's see. Oh, James Dean. I was just watching James Dean the other day, and he was talking about G coders, and there was one that he said was, I think he said one was free. I think. Yeah, 3 weeks for China. So, well, it depends. Like the indestructible shoes, it took us a month to get here. But when you look on when you order them, they send you the link or whatever, and it says on there, like whatever country you're in, it's going to take this many days, and here it was, like 21 to 28 days. Todd, no. Lasers are way different. The focal length, the way they, the geometry of the dot of the laser, wattage, speed, There's a lot of things to take into consideration. If you just want to play around with one, the Ortur is a good kind of all around laser, and like I said, uh, it's upgradable, I guess. Some cost $1 million, but yeah, it kind of depends what you want to do. If you just want to play with one, I would do something like the Ortur or the Etch tool. If you don't really want to like have to sit down and like learn another software and all that stuff, I would go X tool, because like this is plug and play, pretty much out of the box, and then since you can use Lightroom with it later, you could have, you could mess with this a little bit, and if you decide you really liked it, then invest in Lightroom. It's like a $40 one-time fee, and then you could use this with Lightburn as well. Hold on. All right. So Todd, to answer your question, no, they're not. Like this one, so to give you the best example, aside from the fact that Chur's more modular, and well, I guess if you're a tinkerer, you want to go with your Chur. If you like to like mod your stuff or upgrade stuff, Chur's the way to go. If you want something that's ready to go out of the box, the X-Tool D1. Where I was going with that? However, like just to kind of give you an example, the D1 is a 10-watt laser and can cut through like 6 to 10 millimeter material, whereas the Ortur is a 5-watt and can cut like 3, maybe 4 millimeter. I never ever thought in my life growing up all the way to now that I would ever be talking laser stats or know what I was talking about. A lot of my career was based on how to act like I know what I'm talking about when I don't. The Niji or Neige, I really don't know how it's pronounced. I've never heard anybody say it, but I think it's pronounced Neige. I'm sure people call it Niji. It's supposed to be a pretty good unit. All right, take it easy, Keith. Cheers, my man. All right, let's check this again. It is not looking promising, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to think of what I did. I don't even remember the parameters I used on the saw blade now. I should really write that stuff down. If you guys are using a laser, just FYI, I'm horrible about this. Whenever you run a test, write the shit down that you did. Because I actually, normally I'll say it in a video, like the, speed and the power and stuff like that, but I don't write it down. And then I'm like, I have to go watch the freaking video again. Which, hey, you know what? Don't write anything down. Just go watch my video again. But, yeah, I'm just like, I can't remember. But we'll see. I'm not seeing any sort of discoloration on this yet. So we'll see. I might go stainless next. All right, but I'm gonna say I need to go refill this and get me some agua, and then I think it's time for a drink. Check this shit out, dude. Dude left. I came back. I told you I had to go refill. I have awesome fans. It's my homie up in Canada. He sends me this every once in a while. I can't get it down here, and it's delicious. It's triple oat. What's going on here, kids? Triple oak Canadian whiskey, and it is delicious. I love it. And he's just a super nice guy. You guys could all be that nice. Just kidding. I don't expect anybody to send me booze, but he just does it anyway. All right, let's see. So while I was inside, I devised a better plan. I thought I would just I thought we would start seeing some results or whatnot with the metal, but I think what I'm going to start doing is just trying to do or something, just something simple, and see if we can just get it to mark. Dude, that sounds tasty. Oh God, man, every time. So good. Okay, we're shutting this off, and we're just going to try to, like I said, we're just going to try to mark metal. I'm going about this the wrong way. So first, let's try stainless. Stainless is a little thicker, so I readjust. 1 second. I'm right here. Okay, so we're just going to try to do, I guess, like a line, right? Let's just do why? Okay, get rid of that. Where's my line? I can't. Okay, and the line is we'll just go 12. And let's make it wider. Did I just disappear the fucking thing? Excuse me. I got my lives get demonetized sometimes because I curse too much. What is going on? I keep drawing a line and then it disappears. Okay, we're just gonna do this. Okay. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. Okay. And then we're just gonna make that 12 millimeters. We're gonna go as slow as possible can with as much power and see how that does. Because that should so weird. I'm gonna frame a line. Okay. And go. And block. Okay. I can't see you. Hey, there you are. What's up, Matt? Shit, a bunch of people got here. It's 4. What is that? 1600. Pecan brown sugar bourbon. See, I'm not a huge sweet guy. Everybody keeps telling me I need to try Struble peanut butter whiskey or whatever, and I'm just like, no. Hey, Patty, what's happening? Matt Carbs. Let's see, PJ. How do you run that grist test power settings? So I use PJ, I have a file. If you go to, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to do like the white tile deal? I have a couple of different files that just have, you can make your own. You can go into Lightburn and make a box and then make an array, and you can go change all of those boxes to be different powers and stuff like that. But I have a couple of files that have those like already set for different stuff. If you have something specific you want to do, let me know, or email me at nick@builddadbuild.com, and I can I can send you whatever I have. So yes. I have a file with like 2 or 3 deals that's like hanging out. Actually, I can probably send it to you. Hold on. Tile files. Hold on, is that finished? Ooh, all right. We have a line, kids. So pardon my dirty ass metal, but see that line? Well, let me pull up the camera so I can see if you can see what I'm talking about. No, you. There we go. Right there. Can you see that little line? And you cannot see it at all because it's too damn bright. Let's push it over. Okay. See that line? It's not focusing very well, but there's a line right there. Okay, so that tells me that I can do it on stainless. So let's put the stainless down and get the brass. I might just, since he does a lot of work with metal, I might just send some of the stuff to her or take it to her. Because if I can't mark on it or anything, then I legit only bought the stuff for like a video. To see if you could do it. Okay, we're going to just work it again. And we're going to do the same thing on that one. It's kind of cool. Is it? Seems it's going super fast this time. Did it change my settings? Let's see. Okay, that went way too fast. There's no way that was. Shit. I can't tell if it marked it or if it just got dirty. All right, let me jump back into the settings because there was no way that went as slow as the first one did. Like I said, the psych, it has potential, but it's gonna it's in its infancy. Let's put it that way. Okay. Yeah. Peter, just email me. Fair point. It's cloyingly. Huh. I don't know what that word means. You were smarter than me, friend. Anyway, it seems to only set up to one power setting for the entire grid. So you have to put, if you're doing it yourself, you have to put each one of those squares on a different layer. So all those different colors at the bottom, that's all layers. So if everything's blue, it's all going to do blue. But if you change one of those to red, then you can go change the power settings for red or the speed for red, and that will behave differently than blue. Does that make sense? Okay. Hold on. I need the ugly lights. Hold on, please. Okay, you want to? So I haven't gotten the copper to mark yet, Tony. But I changed plans. All right, because that's what they do. I was trying to write something on there, but it's going it would probably be impractical to mark everything, but to have the ability to do it is kind of cool. I have to. I don't want to. I think I need my readers. Okay, let's try a circle. I think a circle will be a better indicator, like we could see it better, right? Than a dot. And I'm tired of looking like powder. Okay, so right now we have marked stainless. I've been unsuccessful at marking copper yet. I don't give up that easily. And I have been kind of successful at doing brass. Okay, so we're going to do just the tiniest circle, like 10, and 10. Okay. And then I want to fill it. How can I fill it? I would like to fill it, please. It's like you get the option to fill, but you can't. All right, fine. Okay, so we're gonna crank our power all the way up. I'm gonna crank this down to, let's go like 5 millimeters a second, and then we'll just do like, I think 3 passes. Let's check that out. See if we get an actual time on that. It still says it's only gonna take a minute. The funny thing is, I can't even see my circle in this thing. Okay, all right, fucking rock and roll, man. I don't know what's going on, but this thing, I mean, I guess it's because I'm doing something so small. It just seems like it's moving so fast. I guess if you're doing a 10 millimeter circle and you're going 5 millimeters a second, it's going to cruise through that. It's just, what's up, Rogue? Okay, so that did not, but since we're talking about such a small area, let's just do it at a millimeter a second, 100% power, and we're gonna do like 5 passes, right? And this should take like 2 minutes or something. At this point, all I want is proof of concept. Because eventually I'm going to get somebody to send me a fiber laser. Mark my words. Ooh. All right. Need some hand sanitizer out of the shop, handling all this metal. No, I'm used to just handling my wood. Oh shit, I thought it was done already. I was like, geez, come on, man. I would just flip out if I cut a hole through a piece of metal. When people are telling me that it's like, physically impossible to do. All right. So here's the weird thing. Let me see. Ooh, you might be able to do this. You might be able to see this. Okay, so there you can see the laser, right? You see the blue? Watch this. Like, see how it goes away? And all you can see, basically all you can see now is where it's burning. So when I look over there and it's doing such small movements, I can't always tell if it's going. Because if I have these on, I can't see any light coming out of it. So I have to look for the motion of the laser, and the motion of the laser is literally like, doing a 10 millimeter circle. So what's everybody else up to? Who's off next week? My kids are off next week, which it's just really messes with my plans. Just kids in general mess with my plans. So Rogue, check this out. I figure you'd dig this. I etched that today on glass. Doesn't it look cool? I'm gonna sell those. I'm gonna, like I said, I think I'm gonna try to find a smoked glass, and then I'm putting fucking skulls on everything. There goes my monetization out of the window because I care. And then I was doing, oh shit. So wait a second. Let's keep sidetracking me. Here's the link to the tile files. If you want to grab them out of there. I think that has anybody that has the link can get into it. Well, it's hot. All right, hold on. I'll be right back. Y'all don't need to freak out. Good. How are you? No. That's funny. Okay, so Sophia Stevens is a bot, so don't go hitting on her. Now I have to look really old because I can't see. All right, I got to do the neck thing, and I got to turn the lights on too. The funny thing is, I really thought we were oh shit, we are marking it. Barely. The funny thing is it doing like half a circle on there? Oh, it is. Shit. We are off a little bit, kids. Okay, I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this. It's super faint. I think I need to turn. Oh shit, you might be able to see that. There's just like a 3/4 circle right there. So it is marking it. Just not, I mean, I want to do like a dot. That was my idea, was to do like a dot so you could really see it. Let's see. Really? That's weird, dude. Here, let me do this. Oh, here it is. I'm sorry. I sent you the wrong fucking thing. Just give me the copy link. Try this one. I legitimately copied. I didn't copy the link to the drive. I copied the link to my drive, and I don't think since you don't have access, it probably just took it yours. All right. I need a smiley face, right? Like, screw this. Like, just gonna do a dot. Fucking smiley face. You guys ever seen the movie Mr. Right with Anna Kendrick and shit? I can't remember the guy's name now. Sam Rockwell. Yeah, give me a black one. I've heard of black. See, I understand. There we go. That's what I want. You, sir, copy image. Here we go. We're blowing the roof off this thing tonight, guys. We are gonna find out. Of course, we're not gonna make that big. Let's go 10, right? 10 makes it very small, and it also makes it go off my screen. I can't find it. There it is. Okay. All right. Let's grab you. I'll bring you over here, and then really. Okay. Sometimes when you're dealing with very small objects in here, they get lost, and I just lost it, man. Okay, now, click out of that, and let's roll, baby, roll. There we are. All right, there we go. All right. You, little friend, are, we gotta do like 10 millimeters a second, you think? We'll just go like, do 10. See what we got. Let's do that. Okay, so this is saying 5 minutes. What? What are you talking about? Look at this. So this is supposed to be a 5 millimeter, or I'm sorry, 10 millimeter circle frame. Where are you going? doing, sir? I'm a little afraid to run that right now. Okay, let's try something. Let's get out of laser box and get back in. Yeah, absolutely, Mark. Sorry, I did the wrong one. I never, ever confessed to being a smart man. So when people want to talk shit about me doing what I do, I'm like, but I never told you I was smart. Okay, we're linked 10. Okay, so that puts you up there. You know what? We'll just leave you up there. I'm fine with that. Power, 100%. Speed, let's go 5 millimeters. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to do 10 passes just for poops and jigglies. Shits and googles. There I go. Demonetize myself again, man. All right, let's see what we got. Okay. So just so you guys know, like the last 2 weeks of the year, you can still reach me. I won't be super active on social media. If you need me, DM me or send me an email, but I'll still have access to all that stuff. I'm not really going anywhere. I just like to take some time. I'll have the kids the entire time. So, okay, we're going to hold on. All right. This says, okay, that's better. Okay, we're going to let this thing do its thing. And then we're going to take a look at it. Sophia, get out of here. Can I bounce her? Can I make people go away? Can I block them? Hide user on this. Put user remove. Put user in timeout. Oh, I'm putting you guys in timeout. Hide user on this. I love how it's just like ... This is a spam bot. Okay, thanks. Okay. Well, that was weird. It shifted everything. I thought I did the mark. There's like 2 or 3 women that come in here that just post random shit like that. And I'm sure that those links probably take you to, you know, the fun sites. But the ones you got to pay for. Go to Pornhub. Come on. I keep meaning to not look at that directly with my eyeballs. And I keep forgetting. Interesting. I'll be really curious to see how this turns out. Tony, still with me? We will. I'll do copper next. Oh, my back is killing me. I'm. So you guys are sitting on top of. Well, the computer's sitting on top of my ratchet, the box for my ratchet set. Because see, Emily. Now I gotta go. You know, I like to welcome the ladies, but not when they're spam. Is Twisted still here? I think she's the only lady that's ever been in a live. Well, no, I take that back. Like when I host lives on the weekends and stuff like that, sometimes there's like 2 or 3 women in there. Okay. Oh. I can't see shit. Let's see. What do we got going on, man? What's happening? There's a lot of people in here. What are you guys doing? Burning Phoenix. Oh, the main use of ratchet set? Yeah. Well, yeah. But I from doing lives, I would come in and my neck would be killing me because I have my laptop sitting down here and I'm looking at it. So I actually bought like a little laptop stand thing. It just hasn't gotten here yet. All right. Can I go change this? I guess I can't while I'm in here, can I? I can't change the information on my live. Also, if you guys have here. If you have lasers and you're looking for stuff to play around with, these guys have a ton of like free little things to do. I really need to like run a timer on this and see how long things take. Laserbox is horrible about. I think what it does, I don't know if this is accurate. I need to test this too. I think something about the way they created the algorithm to tell you how long something's going to take to engrave, like whatever you do first stays, and then it calculates off that somehow. Because I like the first time, like when you do it, it seems fairly accurate. But then if you carve something after that and you use different settings and stuff like that, it seems like it'll give you a time and it'll say it's like 15 minutes. It'll take like an hour or something. I mean, it's like way off. So it's got to have somebody didn't carry a 1 or like moved a decimal point or some Richard Pryor shit. Also, if you don't know who Richard Pryor is, get out. Or Google it and then just go watch Superman 3. But yeah, Boss Laser has a bunch of cool little free projects to do. I wish, and I know like Full Spectrum Laser, like they're going through growing pains right now, which I think they're super understaffed, but they had a thing where they were posting a project every month that you could download and do. And it's like, if you go in there now, it's like 6 months old or something, but, I mean, it's cool, like that kind of stuff. You a chiropractor? I'll come over here and adjust me. I'll engrave something for you. We'll work for chiropractic adjustments. All right, water. The thing is, man, I would point you guys at the laser so you could see it, but I mean, I can't see anything either way. I mean, even if I try to look through the, the protective thing, it's there's nothing interesting there. You gotta look at my ugly ass. Shit. Who has to work next week? Good. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. My homie that sent me this just sent me a message. Okay. Let's see. I've had troubles on engraving any metals. So, Todd, I don't know if you're here earlier, but the thing is, like, you can't, right, Mark? You can't engrave any kind of metal with anything less than a fiber laser. So there's a fine line, though, and that's what I'm trying to find out is you can mark different kinds of metal. So you can, like, where's my thing? Like, I did this with a diode laser. I had to stop it because it takes forever. But that's on there. I've gone over this with lacquer thinner, and it's there. But marking is different than engraving, right? So there's no material removed from here. You wouldn't be able to remove any material from anything like without anything less than a fiber laser. But I think a lot of people just want to do this. So that's what these experiments are about, is like, you know, is this on a coating or what am I discoloring at this point? Gotta eat dinner? Absolutely, Michael. Take it easy, brother. Eat you some food. And you have a good night. You have a great night, man. And Todd, what kind of laser are you working with? Oh, you just want to stop it and look at it, don't you? I don't have anything my Cardiff Boss says. Are you kidding me? Shit's expensive. You should be able to discolor with a 30 watt. I'm sorry, I can't follow everybody's machine and build one up in chat. I just picked up the entire bottle of booze and some water. Let's see. So, do you have an old saw blade laying around? Because the thing is, like, I don't know what compound, like, I don't know what kind of metal this is. I don't know why I can do this on there. You know what I mean? So that's the whole point of buying, like, the different kind of metals and stuff to see if we can do this on multiple things, which, Amanda, now I gotta kick you out too, baby. Don't peddle your porn here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if any of you guys are trying to click on that. If you're looking for some good porn, I can recommend some stuff. It's HSS, isn't it? What does that mean? What does HSS mean? High-speed steel? I guess. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I mean, this is like a super old saw blade. It's like everything's worn off of it. So I just picked it up, like, jokingly, thinking I would try to really like jokingly trying to engrave on it, and I engraved like a little Ravenclaw. Actually, I engraved this one. So then I did a little deeper, and then I like cranked the DPI up and made it real slow. And this was like, I think that part of it took like, and this is where like I think the software algorithm's off or whatever, because it was like, oh yeah, it'll take like 15 minutes, and like that was like an hour and a half in. I was doing that, so. But so high-speed steel, which I don't know, but what kind of steel is that? Like, you know, could you purchase that kind of steel to mark? I guess I keep wanting to say engrave, but I keep wanting to say etch actually, but you know what I mean. Figure out someplace to hide the bare-faced. All right. I'm going to point you at this real quick because I am going to go check on my children and make sure they're not murdering each other. RB. It's a hard steel used for blades, drill bits. That blade must have some coating on it. See, that's what I thought too. And maybe it does. Like somebody, like I talked to some folks that are. Where did I put that board? I talked to some folks that are like more versed in laser dumb things. I also think I just moved that. And they said that they're like, "Well, knock yourself out. Like try to get it off there." And I was like, "Well, wait a second, man. You're like challenge accepted." Because my thing is like, okay, I took lacquer thinner to this and scrubbed on it. It doesn't come off. So I'm like, I mean, anything eventually will wear off. But if I wanted to like etch Ravenclaw into all of my saw blades, what metals can I do that? And yeah, I would totally think there's coating on that, but I would also think that the lacquer thinner would penetrate that or remove it. Now it could be the same as this, where you're like, you're not really etching the glass. You're like, you use a carrier to like embed that into the glass, and that's what gives you this. But that's not really etched, I don't think. I think it's still a coating on the glass. I think it's just not coming off. Pardon me, my zipper is down. So yeah, I do not know. And I really wish this thing gave you like a counter, because I haven't been paying attention. I told this thing to do this for like 10 minutes, or not 10 minutes, 10 times. I can see nothing. But I know we've gone a couple of rounds with Jose, right? Back in the day. Let's see. So let's discuss that, PJ. I think when most people are like, "Hey, man, I want to be able to laser engrave metal," they don't mean that they want to take metal out, remove material. I think they pretty much just want to put like their logo on their knife or something along those lines, right? So the thing is, if this will mark metal, so it will somehow react with whatever's in that metal, that's what I want to get down to the bottom of. Again, like these guys, like you can't laser etch a glass with a diode laser without something else, like without an agent to allow it to do this. So if the same thing is true with metal, like, wouldn't you want to know how to do it? Like, wouldn't you rather know that? Like, let's say you make knives, just totally hypothetical. Let's say you make knives, and the reason you're looking at a laser is because you just want to put your logo on every one of your knives. Okay? Oh, that's not my knife. That's my box cutter. Actually, that's my maker knife 2.0. Like, it's kind of worn. Use it a lot. I'm selling them for $180. But so you make knives, and you want to engrave your logo on the blades. And you're like, hey, listen, like basically you just want to have your logo on the blades, right? You don't necessarily want it to like etch into there to where it is removed material. You just want your logo on the blade. So when anybody flips out one of your knives, it is your logo on it. So you come to laser guy, random laser guy. I don't know, Todd. That's kind of a question. I mean, that's something that we're going to work on and see. But you go to laser guy and you're like, hey, man, I want to be able to laser engrave. And it's terminology a lot of times because engrave means remove, right? I want to be able to laser engrave my logo on my knives. And they're like, you know what? You need a fiber laser. They started about like 10 grand. They're getting some cheaper ones now, but like 10 grand. You're like, well, shit, I don't know. like you'd be in the red forever trying to pay that thing off. When really all you wanted to do was mark metal. Okay, marking metal is different. Marking metal is this. So if I can figure out how to do that and share that with you, I just saved you like $9,000. Yes, sir. One more turkey. I will BRB again. My kid needs food. Ozzy needs turkey. One more turkey. Vinegar. Really? Did that work? So just random other thing to tell you. Our freezer went out and our fridge like 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago. Like a week and a half ago. And so I've been trying to get a hold, or I've been trying to get somebody to come out because it's still under warranty. We think it's one of those weird things where like if it's an enclosed unit, it depends on what's broken, whether it's covered under the warranty or not. And it's an LG, so it's a piece of shit. And so I contacted LG. They said they were going to send somebody out, and then I never heard anything else. So I don't know what they did. So I contacted them again today. I set up another appointment. The guy calls me, and he's like, "Well, all the cold in your fridge comes from the freezer. So, like, basically, like it freezes the freezer first. Like it makes the freezer cold, and then it blows the excess air up into the refrigerator." And son of a bitch, if like our fridge isn't starting to get a little warm, it's I noticed it the other day. I grabbed something out of there. I'm like, that's not very cold. Yeah. So when Ozzy's asking me for turkey, and I'm like, I'm glad that we get into stuff that's like full of preservatives because I have to smell stuff. Like we had a gallon of milk go bad like really fast, and that's I think that's what it was. So Keith, the last time we had an issue with is either a washer or dryer, they're like, well, we can fix it, but it's cheaper to buy a new one. Okay, so fruit of our loins here. Wow, it's so funny. It's just hot. I can. I don't even know if you guys can see it. I can see it. Let's see. Can you see that circle? Try like that. See that circle right there. So that's 10 passes at whatever I did it at, 5 millimeters. So, I'll do it. So now, yeah, I'm really curious about a carrier. Now you say that, because that would be interesting to do. Let's come over here. The most promising we had so far is the stainless, which may be the only thing we need, right? Like, let's do this, like, let's give it like 5 times, so it's about half as long, because eventually I would like to not be live in. The game plan was to be live for an hour, and it's well over that. Okay, so let's let this guy fire it up. We'll see how that does. Put my little shield up. Wow, it's so funny. So let me show you, like, how much that's blasting off there. So silver metals usually like reflect more, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's the reason I put a little barrier up, is because like I can be sitting here and I can see like blue light coming into my eye. So, and Keith, the thing is, like, when the freezer went out, we immediately just started looking at freezers, because, so check this out. So that fridge is, let's see, 2007. So the Harvey happened in 2017, right? So 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21. So it's 4 years old. Don't buy an LG. Don't buy a Samsung, by the way. But so we bought a Samsung because it was fancy, and still angers me to this day. It had an 18-month, like, door-to-door, whatever you want to call it, warranty on it. 19 months, it just shit the bed. And it was like, we could spend, I think it was like $1,000 to fix it, or you could buy a new fridge for like $1,800. Just ridiculous. So Keith, yes and no. The Ortura absolutely has limit switches. It homes itself every time you turn it on. The X tool does not really. And the reason I say that is because it does have a home. Its home is, and this is what throws everybody off, especially when they first start working on it with in Lightburn, is home for the X tool is the back left side, and normally it's either, it's usually in the front. It throws a lot of people off, and when they're trying to calibrate shit, they run it off the rails, and that's the reason. Wow, that's putting out a lot of light. Look at how blue that is in the back. Hopefully it's good. But, and this is another thing that people don't understand about the X tool, and so they get all bent out of shape about it, is that it doesn't zero itself out. And I'm like, the thing with this is that the gantry, I guess I'll just say, is not locked. Okay, so like with the Ortura, if I reach over and try to move the laser, it's locked in place, like, because that's how it figures out where home is. This is designed, and it's a feature, not a limitation. It's designed to be able to grab the laser head and whatever you want, and then go. So a lot of it is like kind of a learning curve to a certain degree, right? Yeah, no shit, PJ. Well, the thing is, like, so here's my bitch about this is, basically, I just need a big fucking fridge. We eat pretty much every one of our meals at home. My kids, like, devour food. I just need a big unit. Yep, went there. and so like when I bought the Samsung because it was big, and then I found out Samsungs were shit, and I guess there's a class action lawsuit against them. So if you do have a Sam, you may be able to get yourself a little cheddar. It's probably not going to pay for another fridge, but you know. But I thought LG was fairly solid, and then we bought LG, and I just my wife was talking to like a appliance guy, and he's like, you know, Samsungs are horrible, and she's like, okay, cool, and he's like, just like LGs. You know what? They can make a great fucking TV though. Maybe if they put a TV in the fridge, ooh, I would buy that. I would buy that. Tony, with what? It depends. Depends on what I'm cutting and whatnot. The D1 will cut 10 millimeter not plywood. I will explain that in a second, but it will cut 10 millimeter pine in 2 passes. Okay. Plywood, and what a lot of people don't understand with plywood is, and I just found this out from a laser guy, I didn't know this either. The glue in between the plies, glue is heat resistant, and it's meant to dissipate heat. So as a laser firing into that, every layer that it has to go through of glue, it loses power. So you want to laser engrave or laser cut, I guess, thin hardwood or thin wood, not thin plywood. Everybody cuts plywood, but you'd probably get a better cut if you didn't do that. Yeah, Keith, I have an ice maker sitting on my counter, and here's the kicker on that. The LG fridge I bought has 2 ice makers in it. 2. They've both gone out. Oh, sometimes it just people make me angry. Ooh, don't put those on if I want to look at blue. Whoop. Hold, please. The boss is contacting me. He thought I worked for myself. Yeah. Yeah, Tony, you can cut MDF. I think you kind of run into the same problem because, oh wait, no, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking chipboard for some reason. Yeah, you can cut MDF. I'm gonna let you guys look at this. I don't know if you can see it. I need to run inside and just actually hide, like, get some more water. But there you are. There you are. I moved it, didn't I? I think I moved it when I moved you guys over there. I'm like, it's not firing on the it's not firing the same place. Well, I guess we're gonna stop it, right? Oh, so this is just a completely side note business. Wait a second, hold on. What's PJ doing? Keith, I have not. Although I'm more interested in them than I thought I would be. Well, I'm more interested in now because I didn't think I would ever be interested in lasers either. And scratch and 10 appliances. Damn, PJ. Mark, well, that's the point of the depression videos, man. I'm like, I always like people like always are like, oh man, but I love you and stuff like that, and I'm like, you're the one that that video wasn't for you. I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate people saying nice shit about me, but that's not the point. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to shut this off because I've already messed it up. And take a look at it because we're definitely getting a result. The thing that sucks is the result we're getting is skewed now. Let me see. Because I guess I bumped it. See how there's 2 circles there? See a little smiley? Actually, it looks like 3. Jesus. Did I really bump it that many times? Oh, shit. I just realized, look at this. So I've been putting this in there to block it, right? See this? This is attached to this. So I wonder if that's been like moving it. Maybe I should stick with it out here. Anyway. All right. So we do have we have a result. I mean it's a result. Okay. So yeah, now my curiosity is if I spray some of that galvanized hold please. So this is the stuff that I used on the glasses. So this is cold galvanizing compound. I honestly don't know why it works better than other stuff, but that was what I was told. And obviously it worked really well on the etch on the glass. Oh, Todd, it looks 3D because there was 3 of them. There's each one's a dimension. Let's see. Oh, hey, so I have to laser one more thing just for somebody because I promised them I would. What is the white girl twerking? Okay. Only some of you will get that reference, and the rest of you are too old. Just kidding. Okay, so let's get this. What is the Saints logo? What's that called? I need to look it up. The left over wiped off. Okay, what? No, it didn't. Still there. As is the line. This is hot. I'm just really curious how these would behave in the CO2 laser upstairs. Okay, what's it called? It's like the fleur de fleurs or something. It's all the Saints logo. No, it's called a fleur de something Saints logo. Okay, fine. Saints logo. The Fleur de les Saints. This is just the flower of the Saints. Fucking I don't do I don't have any problem with it. I don't really care, but I just don't do sports. So it's all foreign to me. Is there one that's better than another? The cold spray. Oh, the cold spray. Well, it doesn't. It doesn't wipe off. Basically, it bonds with the glass when you do glass, and then you have to take the rest off with paint thinner or lacquer thinner. Also, I cut a pineapple this morning, a full-on pineapple, and I had 2 or 3 pieces, and my kid just crushed an entire pineapple. What was that? Man, Jesus. Okay, Saints logo. Is there one that's better than the other? What the fuck? Just, transparent. Why would I want anything else? I think it should be dark in the middle, right? Yeah, it's going to look better if we do that. Shit. Let's try that one. Uh-oh. Save image as. Saints logo. I've avoided doing this. So there's a guy named Chris Loves Bourbon on TikTok. I like his shit. So I contacted him. I was like, "Hey man, do you have a logo?" Because I was gonna make him a flask that has logo on it, right? And he's like, "I don't have a logo." And I was like, "Well, are you into anything?" I was like, "Yeah, I like the Saints." It's ugh. I don't want to start doing sports stuff because I don't understand it. I don't want to do it. It's just don't. All right, I like that one. Is that a thing? Copy image. Should I do this? Okay, first we gotta get rid of our tiny smiley. Okay. So, are you gonna show up? I don't understand. I don't like you. No likey. No likey. Get out. Get out. No, not you either. I'm trying to find a good image. You guys are probably talking. I can't see you. Keith, that totally makes sense, man. Sometimes I used to I used to game a lot, and that was my coping mechanism. When the kids were born, and I didn't have any time. I still don't have a whole lot of time, but I have a little bit more time. I will definitely be playing the. You guys are sports people, I don't understand, but I will be playing Elden Scrolls when it comes out, or Elden Ring. I'm sorry. Let's try that one. I still haven't quite figured out. Ooh, that's good. Can I just make that black and white though? I don't know what it's gonna look like, dude. So here's the deal. See that? I don't know what the pink in the middle is gonna look like if I engrave it. I guess we're gonna find out. I guess we're gonna find out, kids. Let's see. I can't remember saying. That's by the way, Keith. That, what I just showed you, is what the Saints logo looks like. Todd, if you weren't a smart ass, you wouldn't be welcome here. All right, let's see. We've got 90 millimeters by 90 millimeters. It is surprisingly hard. That's what she said. It's surprisingly hard to get something like it with any sort of like, what is that, convex, concave shape, anything rounded. It's surprisingly hard. The dog wants out. To center, because the crosshairs on the thing, which are awesome for everything else, go over the edge. What is this? So when Sugi went out, she scratches the door. Maybe. Google Outlines. What are you talking about? Oh, Saints Outline. Gotcha. No, we're good. We're good. We're going to go, what do you think? Like, I'm thinking height. So we're 90 by 90. Should probably go about like 85, you think? You think you should make it that huge? I mean, if there's one thing I know about Saints fans, they let you know they're Saints fans. So, right there. Is that? So see how I get all serious and like into it when it's for when I'm actually making something for somebody? Rumple Foreskins, what's up, brother? I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, so Suggs, well, she's just wandering around doing her shit. Okay, so we have the Fleur de Fleur thing, whatever it is, the Saints logo, right? 85. I don't know, man. Let's run a frame on 85 and see what we think. It's a big fucking thing, man. We are right here. Oh, we're on the fucking tip. We're on the tip. Yeah, we gotta make it smaller. Nope, stop. It's there's Saints fans. I know you don't get it, but there's such thing as too big. Okay, let's try this. You okay, baby? She's been like wheezing and being kind of weird. I don't know. All right, let's run a frame on this beat. Hi, Karen. Things that happen when you don't position your laser in the right place. But see how I just grabbed that and moved it? That's the point. Like, it's supposed to do that. People don't get that. Okay, now let's try this one more time. Smile, you guys are on TikTok. All right, Chris, brother, here we are. We're framing it out. I thought it was Florida and Liz Saints. Actually, I don't know. So Chris loves bourbon. If you guys are on TikTok, go check the guy out. He's just a guy that likes bourbon, man. I mean, like it's right there in the fucking title, and I like it. He's a good guy. Keith, yeah, no problem. She'll be screaming it later, bud. You're cool. I can't tell you how long I have tried to not do anything sports related because, again, it's just something that I don't understand. Like, I don't know anything about, and I know if I get the sports nuts, like, it's a good market to get into, don't get me wrong. I don't want to be in that market because then I feel that I need to learn about sports ball, and I'm not a sports ball guy. I'm a very much I want to watch it, I want to play it type guy. Keith, absolutely. Ah, shit, one. You guys missed on that. So, I'm doing. So while you guys were watching that and heard me yell, "Oh shit!" my wife came home and she opened the garage. Normally, no big deal, except Sugi was out here and Sugi ran out because Sugi always wants to run out. Again, not really a big deal, except my neighbor over there had her little tiny dog out, and I didn't realize, but Sugi ran right past the car and fucking went over there and went after that dog. So, hello, excitement. So, Keith, I have not. So, an enclosure is an idea. The issue I have right now, this is not necessarily like this is not future proofed by any means, but